Hey, what's up everyone? This is Matt at Yokai, and today I'm going to give you some tips on how to use Stalk in Friday the 13th the game. In this video, I'll be playing as Kenny Rydell, while my friend Rainskull will be playing as Jason Voorhees. Let's begin. Alright, so at this point in the game, Jason has just killed a counselor, he has a Stalk ability, and the first thing he's going to do is use Stalk and Morph to get to Evergreen Camp. He hears a counselor barricading a door, and sure enough, there is a counselor nearby. The next thing Jason's going to do is use Shift with Stalk to try and find an entrance into the cabin. Now this is a great technique when you want to get a jump scare and move ahead of the counselor, but unfortunately the doors have been barricaded, and that's okay. Another tip when it comes to using Stalk is to use Sense every so often. You'll notice that Rainskull is tapping Sense. He's not holding it down and wasting the juice, he's only tapping it once or twice to get a feel for whether or not there is a counselor inside a cabin. And this is great because if you don't see the white blips, that means the counselor is either hiding under a bed, hiding in a closet, or they're crouched and not moving. So Rainskull sees the white blips, he knows that I'm inside the cabin, and he's keeping tabs on me by making sure he's using Sense. He's not sure if I'm inside the cabin or outside the cabin unless he uses Sense. So now he sees the white blip, I'm heading towards the bathroom. When it comes to using Stalk, a lot of it is just waiting. It's like fishing. You're not sure when the counselor is going to make a move, so you want to stand perfectly still and not burn out Stalk too soon. Rainskull sees me moving towards the opposite end of the cabin, most likely going to go through a window, so he's going to shift over there next to cut me off. Now unfortunately, the Stalk was burned out, so I heard the Jason music and I did not go through that window. But had I not heard that, I probably would have gone out the window and would have been killed. So I hear the Jason music at this point. The chase is on. Rainskull knows that I'm inside the cabin. I know that Rainskull is right outside. And so now what Rainskull is going to do, he's going to do standard Jason gameplay. He's going to break down the windows, and he's going to start breaking down doors. Meanwhile, I've picked up a flare gun. I'm going to try and shoot him in the face, and then escape and make my way to the next set of cabins. I missed, darn. Now this was good. Rainskull did not attack that door, and you're going to see why in a second. What he's trying to do is he's trying to push me towards the window where he placed the trap. Let's see if it pays off. Rainskull uses Sense, and he notices that I've escaped the cabin, and I'm running. He uses Morph to cut me off. Kenny's out of stamina right now, so he's entered combat stance and he's slowly making his way towards the cabin, while Rainskull is just giving me the creepy death stare that Jason gives all of his fellow victims. Now since this is Evergreen, there's at least 4 cabins in the area, so what Rainskull's going to do now, he's going to destroy the door and all the windows to decrease the chances of me juking him. One more hit. Another hit. Let's see. There we go. There goes the door. Next is the window. Alright, cabin destroyed. And next he's gonna cut the power. Now, cutting the power in Friday the 13th is a great way to increase the fear level of all the counselors, make them use their flashlights, and so this way you can keep tabs on them much easier. You'll also notice that Rainskull did not activate Stalk until he exited out of Shift. Now that's a great technique if you want to conserve your Stalk ability. If you use Stalk while you're shifting, you're going to burn through it much faster. And if you stand still while you're using Stalk, you can use it anywhere from between 2 minutes to 3 minutes. But if you shift the entire time while you're in Stalk mode, it's going to run out within 30 to 40 seconds. Another technique is using Shift while in Stalk mode to go from door to door or between the windows, kind of like Jaws would encircle his prey in the movies. So think of yourself as Jaws, you're going around your prey, but you're actually going from door to door. Meanwhile, I've got firecrackers. I'm actually going to try and fool Jason by setting off some crackers and exiting out a rear window towards the next cabin. But unfortunately, Rainskull saw this. He was looking through the first window in the front of the cabin, sees me exit, and now he's shifting. Instead of going for a shift grab, he's actually going to shift to the cabin ahead of me. Now I think he's right behind me, shifting. And I have no idea he's already inside the cabin.
Oh shit! Nope, 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 none of that, none of that.
So I've escaped for now, but not for long. Now most Jason players would attack the door to escape, but Rainskull combines Morph with Stalk again. He sets himself up, uses Sense to keep tabs on me, and he takes a gamble, and once Shift is back, he races me for the front door. Now I've gone through the rear entrance, and I'm trying to barricade the front door, but I don't know he's already there.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Almost had me there, Rain, almost had me.
Don't let them.
Now, I would have been killed had I not had that pocket knife. And since I'm freaking out at this point, I've lost my weapon, I've used my firecrackers, I have no pocket knives, I'm running out of items, and I'm desperately searching for a window but can't find any. So I jump out of this window out of desperation, and the rest is history. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you use Stalk in Friday the 13th the game. So let's recap. You want to combine Stalk with other abilities to get the most out of scaring your prey and staying ahead of them. So, tip 1, use Stalk and Morph to teleport to a location quietly. You will not show up on the minimap, and the Jason music will not play unless counselors see you. Second, use Shift with Stalk to move quickly and find an opening inside a cabin before it's barricaded. If you haven't used Stalk already, activate the Stalk after exiting Shift so you don't burn through it. Also, use Sense with Stalk to keep tabs on the players while you're waiting outside. You want to make sure you know where they're going so you can cut them off, and to make sure they're not hiding in closets or beds. Lastly, you don't have to shift grab all the time. Sometimes shifting to the opposite end of a nearby cabin is better and can make for some great jump scares. And bonus tip, kill the lights in cabins so counselors are forced to use their flashlights and you'll have an easier time stalking them. So this was just one scenario on how players can use Stalk in the game, but I'm sure there are dozens of ways. So if you have a story or a way to use Stalk you'd like to share with everyone, feel free to write it in the comments below, and let's create a mini collection of stalking stories. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and share it with your friends if you think it will help them improve their game. Thanks for watching, and stay mad.